Gather around, Skull Brothers and Sisters. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can find me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, leave a comment. Leave a comment for sure. Tell me who you think. We're still giving away that Justin Jefferson jersey when I hit 3,000. Let's talk about it. Who are the Vikings going to take in the fourth round? We got some picks. We got some choices. And just to review, we got the 11th, the 23rd. Round 4, we got the 108 and 129. So we got two picks. 129 coming from Detroit. Round 5, 157, 167. That's from Cleveland and Kansas City. We only picks we own are ours are number 11 overall, number 108 in the fourth round. Round 6, we just got one now, 177, 230 in the 7th, and 232 in the 7th. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 picks. All right, guys, who are we gonna take, and gals? Who are we gonna take? Put in the comments who you like in the fourth round, and tell me, hey Dave, do a video about this guy because I think we got a shot at him. I think he'd help the team. I don't know. I came across mock drafting and I found this guy in the draft. He's a D tackle out of Texas A&M. It's Mckinnley Jackson. Let's talk about him. I'm going to pull up his draft profile as I do, reading it for the first time, see after watching video of him to see if I agree or disagree with stuff, see how he can help the Minnesota Vikings. So let's do that. All right. We got Mckinnley Jackson. Let's go. All right. So, all right. Texas A&M, 6'1.5", 326 pounds, arm 33 7/8, hand size 10 inches. Now, I like hand size. I think wrestling, people with bigger hands can control you, and I think it takes place in all sports. Palm in a basketball, anything like that, but wrestling, any type of grappling. And then, hey, there's a lot of contact in the NFL. So I do like some hand sizes. Arm length's not bad either. Height, not the tallest guy in the world, but that may be to an advantage in some cases. This guy's hard to move. Straight Texas A&M defense. He played nose tackle mainly. He said zero technique, so I imagine that means nose tackle. Let's see, combine results, 40-yard dash, 5.26, not the greatest, but again, defensive tackle. There's been other really successful interior defensive linemen that are not fast. Now, and we'll talk about some weaknesses and stuff, so we'll address that. 10-yard split, 1.78, not that. None of this speed is the greatest. Vertical jump, 23 inches. I did that in high school, so I'm not bragging. That is not great for explosivity. He's overweight for his height, right? So broad jump, 8'10", not also the greatest. 3-cone drill, didn't do it. I'm a big 3-cone drill guy, so I would love to see that, but he didn't. Overview, squatty interior defender who felt somewhat miscast as a zero technique nose over the center. Jackson is explosive off the snap with the ability to get into blockers quickly or to attack their edges as a penetrator. He tends to ride on blocks once they land squarely and need to develop his hands for better counters as both a run defender and a rusher. Jackson plays with good strength, but he's more gradual than twitchy in his battles. He might be more consistently effective as a lighter weight and a rotational nose in one gap event or one gapping even fronts. So the fact that he's squatty, they're saying, honestly, has been a kind of compliment if you read through this because he's hard to move. He's hard to move, and you'll see that in the strengths here. 2-time captain who is highly decorated by the team leader 2 years in a row, man. Let's go. Flashes out of stance and explodes in the center with explosive pop. I'm going to tell you, he makes contact and he don't move. And he can push a guy back. He can hold him up and he can peel and react to the ball carrier and tackle him. And he's got decently long arms and hands that is a very big asset in bringing down runners. So He's hard. He's got a low center of gravity, just like some of these running backs, and can take him down. The strong hips, a good balance, prevent him from spending time on the ground. This guy stands up, man. He is not going to the ground. He is hard to bring down, or he's hard to move. He's just hard to move, and he brings the running backs down. Weaknesses: he had trouble standing firm and winning battles against Alabama O-line. I guess I'd have to go watch that. Doesn't have the hand usage or length for quick block discards. Below average success rate as a gap eater in the middle. Usually low tackle for lost numbers for a player with one gap ability. Doesn't have go-to counters to locate secondary rush when he stalls. So McKinley Jackson is, he's not a first round talent. He's not a second round talent. We're looking for guys that can help us in the fourth round. And I think a guy like this, not a can't miss, but when you talk about the leadership skills of being a two-time captain, the fact that he's hard to move, and honestly a very good tackle. I think he's going to be a pretty good run defender, which we haven't been the greatest at over the years. Is he just another Harrison Phillips? Possibly, but Harrison Phillips is a good player and not a bad guy to get in the fourth round. We are looking for a nose tackle. He has played nose tackle. They say it's not his ideal position, but I kind of beg to differ. He did look good playing nose tackle at Texas and A&M, but hey, not a big NFL evaluator here. I'll leave it to the experts, but I mean, physically, I wish he was about 2 inches taller. I wish he was, 0.2, I wish he was a 5'0" type of D tackle, but he's not. And that's why we don't have a pick in the second or third round. Fourth round's where it's at. This is just one guy. In the comments, tell me who you want me to look at, who you want my opinion of. I think McKinley Jackson is a fine player, not ideal. I'm sure there's others, but hey, if this guy slides to the fifth round, hey, he could be a fifth round guy for us. But hey, he's been mocking in the fourth round. So hey, Skull Vikes, make sure you put your comments. Tell me who you want videos on. Cue the music.